What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's anime Nerdigan review is going to be on Sailor Moon Crystal Act 33 Infinity 7, or basically episode 34. So, for those Nerdigans that don't know how these reviews work, how I do it is I read the manga while I'm watching the anime to see if it is consistent with the manga. Because Sailor Moon Crystal is supposed to be a direct adaptation of the manga, so I want to make sure it's right. But if there's, like, a few word changes, but it still means the same thing, the sentence still means the same thing that the manga has, I'm not going to nitpick at that shit, because otherwise we would be here for an hour. So, let's get to this. So, I'm fine with the recap that's in the beginning, and I'm just not happy because in the last, act, if you missed that review, go watch it. In the last part of episode 33, when the inners were battling the outers, there was no die or no I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, what the fuck? The fighting still looked badass. I'm not gonna knock on that shit. But why? Why didn't you fix up last week's problems with Usagi's lines too? It still wasn't right, and it's like, god damn it. But oh my god, I gotta say about this episode in general, the music from this episode was so amazing. I love the soundtrack to this series. And the animation, and then like after the, the opening song, the wording and the animation and the music was perfect. It was so perfect until Luna didn't say the right line when the Holy Grail showed up. What she was supposed to say is the legendary Holy Grail with the image when they're in the hideout and the image on the screen is supposed to be the Holy Grail. It's not supposed to be the lights. It's like, what the fuck? Come on. It's not that hard. Like, Moon Crisis makeup that came, and I wasn't sure. It should have been more spectacular. I was excited initially when I saw it because I was like, oh my god, it's coming. And then it came, and I was like, oh, it's good, but it could be better. I kind of wish that there was a little bit more rainbow magic coming out of it. I just was hoping for a little bit more. Anyway. And I'm happy with the animation for the brooches turning into hearts because that happens in the manga where it turns into hearts. I thought that looked really pretty. And not everyone else is supposed to say it. Only Minako is supposed to say that my brooch turned into a heart. I was just like, why the fuck do you keep doing that? And I'm really happy and I'm kind of like annoyed at the same time because it's like, anime, make up your fucking mind. Are you going to show flashbacks or not? You've shown flashbacks this episode, so I guess it's a flashback episode, or an episode with flashbacks. And I was happy that we had the flashback back to this, to future Crystal Tokyo, because that's what happens in the manga, where Neo Queen Serenity tells Chibiusa about Super Sailor Moon. It was perfect. It was perfect. And then it was so fucking perfect to this point. Where until Hotaru's portion where Hotaru was starting to feel pain, she's supposed to say, my head hurts, it feels like it's flaying. She says it the second time, but she doesn't say it the first time. And she also says, I feel so nauseated, it's so painful in my throat and my forehead. Something is trying to get out, but it must not, it can't. She only said it can't get out. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck, Toei? You're gonna let this shit happen? Oh my god, it pissed me off. Okay, this is what Pharaoh 90 says in the manga, and I want to know what you nerdigans think, because the anime Pharaoh 90 did not, like, the lines just didn't, I should say look, because I'm reading them in the subs, they just didn't look right. So, here's what, and again, I don't know if it's Hulu being a dick, or what, so that's why I ask if you're watching it on Crunchyroll, please let me know if it's the same for the translations or not, but this is what he says in the manga. He says, what a beautiful storm of light, what a magnificent aura it gives off. Of course, the beautiful storm of light got cut off. I wish this line was in it too, in particular. It's as if heaven is itself is giving off its power. I wish they would have kept that. Why? And then he goes on to say, a long time ago, the Taoran crystal was full of life and energy, but this power is thousands of times stronger than ours. Not tens of thousands, but thousands. But whatever. You could have that tens of thousands in there. It's dreadful. I can see the light of so many planets gathered here. Sailor Moon, what a dreadful power. What is her power? What is it that gives her such an advantage? And I got frustrated, again, because I have the manga in front of me. I got frustrated when Usagi was talking as Super Sailor Moon. She was saying, there was about, our hearts united as one, and that bullshit. And she was saying that I won't be confused. I won't hesitate anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? That is not what you said in the manga. What you said in the manga is we won't be led astray any longer. You won't lead us astray any longer. Why didn't you have that at least? Like, that would have sounded more about As, because it was making it more about Usagi than everybody else, because it's supposed to be about everybody else and her. Oh, and then the Rainbow Moon Heartache. I was like, yay, Rainbow Moon Heartache. It was so pretty. It was pretty. It could have been a little bit better, but, I'll take it. And then I'm going to get to what Kaori really says in the manga, because they fucked it up in the anime a little bit. So some of it was in the anime and some of it wasn't, but this is what she fully says. She says in the manga, damn her, Sailor Moon, my precious underlings, the Witches 5. She even bested my two strongest sorcerers, Cyprians and Patol. We just defeat those outsiders as master instructed. We are supposed, yeah. Oh no, it's not we must defeat those outsiders as master instructed. We are supposed to be forming a new world order. That was not said in there! Why couldn't you say we were supposed to form a new world order? Motherfucker. How can I tolerate this kind of thing from happening? And this wasn't in here either. This definitely wasn't in there. I'll kill the brat myself, Sailor Moon. Soon I will become our master's partner, and I won't let anyone stand in my way. I did not see that shit. If I was wrong and I missed it, please put it in the comments section, because I did not see it, and I was really mad. And you know what? There was an addition that I liked this week. I like the addition of how Hotaru was like, was that me? What just happened? I like that. That I thought was cool. And so we don't have, so for this series is so bipolar when it comes to inner monologues. So we don't have Usagi thinking it came out of nowhere and vanished just as quickly, the power of the Holy Grail. Nope, we don't get any of that. And because she's not supposed to be Super Sailor Moon the whole time. She's only supposed to be Super Sailor Moon for as long as she's in battle with the power of the Holy Grail. And then Neptune's supposed to say this, and this is going on in their say this. Suddenly the talismans begin to resonate, but if we tell her the truth now, she won't be able to fight as she is needed to. We are all the same, all sailor soldiers. Why can't we have that shit? There's barely any shit about all of them being sailor soldiers. Like, that we're all sailor soldiers. We need to do this together. There's not a lot of that. And But even though they messed up the line, I love that. Oh my god, before I get to Uranus, Uranus's comedy, there was something that skipped, and it kind of bothered me. I can't wait to get the bill to replace all that glass. Plus the cost of replacing all the furniture and the structural damage. Well, however much it is, it doesn't matter. The rent here is $100,000 a month. Maybe I'll just leave in the middle of the night. Where was that comedy? Come on, man. You got one part of the comedy with the patron, but you don't have the comedy with leaving in the middle of the night. I thought that was funny. But Mikado, and this wasn't done right Minako was the one who asked, but it was supposed to be Mikado who says, why in the world does it cost that much? Do your parents pay rent? But I have to say this, because I like the comedy here with Haruka and the patron, and Neptune's like, Haruka, like, why can't we get more of this comedy? Why are you not putting this comedy in every episode? Because there is a comedic moment in every chapter of the manga thus far in this arc. And why is it not being used? Come on! And that's why I said I think Sailor Moon Crystal is trying to take itself too seriously and not lighten up a little bit with the with the humor that the manga has. Neptune, I liked how in the manga, the backstory, I liked it more in the manga, because what was said in the manga was, we had to protect it from a distance, like mothers, as we heard the final cry of the collapse of the Silver Millennium. Why did you not have that in the anime? I like that wording a lot more than what you put in there. And then the other thing, I did like what they did in the anime, though. I like that, because in the manga, it doesn't say anything about Saturn not being awakened. But in the anime, they said that Saturn should have never been awakened. I was like, okay, I like that addition. That addition, she was not supposed to be awakened at all. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with how they worded that. And then this explanation kind of pissed me off. Like, this part of the backstory, it got really screwed up in the anime, but this is what it's supposed to be in the manga. The territories we were intended to guard are far apart. We were never supposed to gather together. Let's see. But when we were reincarnated on this planet as humans, the three of us unfortunately gathered together. The talismans called out to each other. Invaders from the outside. There was no going back after that, and we all knew as much. So we followed the invaders to their base, and we found this base. The enemies were right here under our noses, dwelling in the center of the accursed delta. And why was this not in the anime? I know part of it was with the it was just the wording for that portion about the territories. It said the territories we were intended to guard are far apart. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that one isn't it. That I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the rest of it. I just did not like how it was in the anime. It just didn't look right. Look/sound right. Let's see. And another one, another line that was cut from Pluto was, Saturn's soul was reincarnated, but somehow the wheels of fate have taken us in the wrong direction. And Tuxedo Mask says, why is this happening? And Pluto says, we don't know. And then Uranus says, however, whatever happens, we must not allow Sailor Saturn to awaken. We're going to kill that girl, and that will seal Saturn away for good. Holy shit, you had in there! Basically was saying, we're going to kill Saturn. Like, you didn't even say the part about sealing her away for good. That pissed me off. And they okay, this is where I get frustrated with the word changing. Because Amy was supposed to say, but we don't know whether or not the three talismans were truly activated or not. In the anime, she says they were, we don't know if they will activate. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Hello? Does anyone read the manga over there at Toei? Like, why? And then Mars was skipped, because Mars says, in the manga, she says, just what, after Uranus says this stuff about killing Hotaru, Mars says, just what exactly gives you the right to cut Hotaru's life short? Just so you can seal away Sailor Saturn. Where was this anime? Where? Where did you put this? This needed to be in the anime. I would have liked it. I don't know what's going on, if the animators are too fucking lazy or what, to put Mars in there and have her say that part. But I thought that was kind of important. And then Uranus says this. We must kill that girl so that this world does not go down a path that leads to its ultimate destruction. And once we kill her, we'll defeat the enemy. Right now, our mission is to seal away Saturn and prevent the destruction of the world. If we don't kill the girl, Saturn will surely awaken and will destroy everything. And at that point, there will be nothing we can do to stop her. Yeah, that really wasn't in the anime either. It wasn't. You could tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I don't remember that being there. But, oh my god, I'm going to end this video on a good note. That Mistress 9 transformation, oh my god, it was so beautiful. I was just like, oh shit. Oh, it was so pretty. And the music for Mistress 9's Awakening was amazing. I love this fucking soundtrack. It was beautiful at the end. But I can't wait, and for those, I usually mention in the beginning, but I'm going to mention it now. For those that don't know, this episode and the past couple of episodes, I've been really happy about this, are taking place within one manga chapter now, or one act, I should say. So this was basically Act 34, which is when in the beginning they were kind of dividing up the chapter a little bit, which I'm glad they're not doing now. So we'll see what happens next week. I want to know what you nerdigans thought about this episode. Were you happy with it? With some of the animation consistencies? I know there were some of them, but I'm not going to... I won't bitch about them too much. Did you like the sailor battle? Do you wish there was more of them saying, die and we're gonna kill you, that kind of shit, like they were supposed to say? What do you think about because I read you the explanation from the manga. Don't you wish that explanation, especially from the backstory, was in the anime, or Kaori's portion of the story was in the lines in the anime? But I gotta say this, though. At least they stuck to the story of the chain of events properly this week. Thank you! That's what I want, is if you stick to the chain of events, I'm happy. But if you cut shit out and you're still sticking to the chain of events, okay, that's fine. But I don't like the stuff that I talk about is stuff that's cut out that really shouldn't be cut out at all. Like, I don't mind line shortenings here and there, but like with the backstory, especially when they're talking about the invaders, it's like that's kind of important. Yeah. But anyway, I want to know what you nerdigans thought of this episode. If I'm just going crazy, especially if you're watching it on Crunchyroll, I want to know if it's the same. If you nerdigans are getting the same kind of translations that I am on Hulu. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. And if you love what I do and want to become a Nerdigan today, donate to my Patreon, which is in the description box below. Also, if you want to catch more of my shenanigans, go follow me on Twitter. I cause a lot of them, and that's in the description box below too. So until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!